Welcome everybody back to Rob's MetalWorks. It brings me great pleasure to welcome one of the most legendary guitarists out of LA. I have with me the man, Mr. DINO CAZARES of Fear Factory. Sir, how you doing?
I am great, and we are happy to be here. I believe this is our fourth show now of the tour. We're here promoting our new record, Genexus, which comes out August 7th. And thanks for giving me the time.
Oh man, it's great to have you, Dino. You know, I was telling you off camera, it's been a long time since I've seen you, man. You know, back thinking when Assassino played here. So it's great to catch up with you, and I know we have lots to talk about, so I won't waste a lot of time. Let's talk a little bit about first your new record. Let's jump right into it, Genexus. I think a lot has been said about it. Recently, you just released a brand new song, Dielectric.
Well, we have 3 singles out right now. One's called Soul Hacker, very big, heavy groove. We have another song called Proto Mech. That's more of like in faster stuff. Then we have Dielectric, which just came out last Friday.
Sweet.
So we have a video for that song coming out when the record drops August 7th, and we're excited. We're extremely excited. Well, Genexus is a hybrid of words, Genesis and Nexus. So you put those words together. Genesis means the beginning of time, and Nexus means the connection. And so basically it goes with the concept of the album. A lot of people thought that we took it from the Terminator movie. It just happened to be a coincidence that it happened to be at the same time. But that's not necessarily a situation that we took it from the movie, no. But it's because, we've always been inspired by movies like that people would think that, which is fine. It's all good. But so on this record, it's basically the singularity process where man and machine have become one. Or in previous records that we've put out, it's always been the battle between man versus machine. Right. But it wasn't necessarily about technology. It was also about the government machine. It's also about religion, manipulative religious, and just about different aspects. We have a song called Replica, which deals with rape. So there's so many different elements to Fear Factory that people think just one thing. But in this particular record, it is the singularity process. Man and machine have become one.
I think one of the things too that I think people kind of dig about Fear Factory is that you guys have always kind of had this mantra, this technology mantra with your artwork and the song titles and the album titles. So that's pretty cool, man. You see a lot of things changing in our world, kind of, as the decades go by. Is that something you feel actually might happen in the future?
Oh yeah, I mean we follow Ray Kurzweil. He's a futurist. Yeah. He works for Google. We follow Stephen Hawking. Actually, these guys are actually trying to start a campaign to where it doesn't happen.
Right. It'll be the end of mankind, no?
Well, they're thinking of the negative side. Yeah, right. It could possibly happen. They see where this can ruin us. You know what I mean? Whereas technology, is obviously here to help us in many different ways. And obviously, as it evolves, they're going to be using it for military purposes, stuff like drones. That's going to go even further, right. Medical purposes, and obviously for sex that we all know.
Oh, God. So I think one of the things too that people have been talking about this record is that you actually had a real drummer do the drums on this record, whereas in the Industrialist it was all done automated. Talk a little bit about your decision, why you decided to do that, and who you got to do the drums, and why you got that guy to do the drums.
It's an easy answer. We had a drummer.
Oh, cool.
On this record, we had a drummer because Mike had been in the band for 3 years. On the Industrialist, we didn't have a drummer. We were kind of left high and dry. So we were like, okay, what are we going to do? We were pressured for time. So we ended up going with the drum program, thinking that anybody who's followed Fear Factory, thinking that they know that we are embrace technology. They know that we've talked about the evolution of where things are going.
Right.
And so obviously it's nothing new to anybody use a drum program for the album, for their album. Yeah, it lends more towards a band like Fear Factory. We got a lot of criticism for it. That wasn't necessarily the reason why we used a drummer on this record. Simple reason, we had a drummer, so he's there, so why not?
That's Mike Heller.
Mike Heller is a killer drummer. And he's from New York, and basically what it is kind of a, we wanted to go for more of a hybrid element, something that goes along with the title. So some more organic stuff, some more technological stuff, and bringing it together for the record. And I think it's a great combination. I think you can hear it really well on the record.
I'm also, really excited to see the show tonight as we talk about band members. Tony Campos is new to the band, and everybody knows out there Tony's work with Soulfly and Prong and things like that. And when I heard he was moving into the Fear Factory camp, I was like, man, that sounds like a perfect fit for him.
Total perfect fit. I mean, we've known Tony for 20 plus years. We both came from the LA scene, the LA backyard death metal grind scene. Tony was also in a band called Static X, which was his first big band. Then when that, broke up, he went to Soulfly, Prong, Ministry, and a handful of other bands. But he's also in my other band called Asesino, which is Mexican death metal band. So when he found out that we were looking for a bass player, he basically was like, hey, what's up? And I was like, oh, perfect.
Here we go with my bro.
I was like, nothing really even had to be said. Like,
right.
When can you start? It was like that.
Let me quit.
Yeah. And so, I know he said his goodbyes of Soulfly, and I think he's only doing a couple more shows with Ministry, and, he's pretty much with us now. So, it works out great. He knows my style, so it was really pretty much easy.
Also, Genexus will be the first release for your label, Nuclear Blast. And for some of us in the industry, we know that there's kind of been some changes kind of with the demise of kind of Roadrunner. And we know now that Monty Connors at Nuclear Blast, and Monty Connors kind of always been an advocate of yours, a fan of yours. He's supported you. And I even saw a video recently about him talking about Fear Factory. So talk a little bit, should I assume, and the fans assume, that you decided to go with Nuclear Blast because of Monty Connor?
Oh, of course, yeah. One of the reasons, yes, that's only one of the reasons. Yeah. Obviously, they're a very big label. They remind me of when Roadrunner was a big underground metal label, what I mean? And that's how Nuclear Blast is. And way back in the day when we were with Roadrunner, they had people who worked there who really loved and believed in the music. Right. They loved the bands. They were fans. They all showed up to the show. And that's pretty much the same vibe that I got when we went to Nuclear Blast. Those guys are a great marketing machine. They got their shit together. They love the music. They love the bands. They're a metal label. They love metal. And of course, Monty Connor, who's been there from day one. From our first demo, wow. Monty's been there. And he was the one guy who saw the vision in the band and took that chance and gave us that opportunity. He signed the band when other labels were turning us down.
You actually owe him a lot then, huh, I guess? since he had...
He still owes me. We gave him some big records.
All right, cool. Yeah, that's true. Very true, sir. And one of the biggest, and we don't know yet because Genexus is not out yet, but one of the biggest was Demanufacture.
One of the biggest, but the biggest one we had was Obsolete. That was what took us over to the next level. But
I talk about Demanufacture because it's the 20-year anniversary this year.
Yeah, Demanufacture was definitely a big pivotal point in our career because when we did Soul of a New Machine, we released 17 songs on one record, and it was like we should have picked the 10 best songs, to make the album. Where we learned that was like, okay, 17 songs, way too many songs. So when we did Demanufacture, we're like, okay, we need to strip it down, put the 10, 11 best songs on the record, and let's focus on those songs, right? And we really perfected it, and Bert's vocals matured. We matured as songwriters, and luckily all the worlds lined up, and it came out great. It's a classic record.
And you guys will actually be doing some work in support of the anniversary.
Yes, we will be doing a European tour November and December. It'll also be take us to the UK as well, and Israel and Russia. Wow. Yeah, and we'll be doing Demanufacture in its entirety, the 20-year anniversary, and then we're possibly consider doing it here in the U.S.
Sweet. I think you should, man.
But what's funny is that like even though like a lot of fans love Demanufacture and that was a big turning point for Fear Factory, it wasn't necessarily a big record in the U.S. Whereas Europe, UK, Australia, we had gold records from Demanufacture. Where here we didn't have that. Obsolete is when we went gold. Right. You know what I mean? Right. So I don't know. We haven't really, we took it to other countries because we know the other countries. For instance, Europe, man, they love their metal. They don't forget it. Mexico, you know, fucking Mexico, all South America. They love their metal. They don't forget it. It's not a lot of people out there, they don't jump on what's trendy, you know what I mean? Yeah. They love it and they stick, you know, they hold on to it forever. Don't matter if you're 5 or you're fucking 55, they love it still. I mean, we play festivals out in Europe. We see people out there 60 years old, grandmas out there, grandfathers out there rocking out. It's their culture, it's their life. Right. They don't forget it. They live and die with it. So that's one of the reasons why we take it to those other countries first, and then, you know, we'll bring it to America and we'll see what happens.
Hopefully by that time, America will catch up.
Hopefully.
So you guys are currently on the road with Cold Chamber. I already know that you'll be doing your own headlining tour soon.
Yes. The Cold Chamber tour ends on August 24th, and then we continue on for another 3 weeks. And I believe we're coming back close to here, Corpus Christi.
We will be there.
Yep. And then there you'll be able to hear more songs. Cool. You know, because today we only got a 50-minute set. Yeah. And then, so obviously in the headlining set, we'll be able to play an hour and a half of all classic Fear Factory and some new stuff.
Also, I saw that one of the bands that you're going to have on that tour is Logan Matter's new band, Once Human. I thought that was really cool. I said, I know these guys have a relationship, and I thought that was really cool of Fear Factory to take them out, because they're totally kind of new.
Well, Logan's helped us out quite a lot over the years. You know, he's a producer as well, and he's done stuff for us. He's done a lot of he did the Assassino record. He's helped us with the Industrialist record as well. You know, his one of his engineers also helped out on this new record. A guy named Damien Reynaud. So it's like, you know, let's bring these guys out. Let's help them out. I mean, because
he's a bass player too, right?
Yeah. So when we started Fear Factory and I started Divine Heresy and Assassino, you know, I was looking for our friends to take us out and give us the opportunity. You know what I mean? And so it's my way of just returning the favor.
Right. That's what it's all about, man.
Yeah.
Cool. Have you heard the new record?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
What do you think about it?
It's good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I think Lauren and Logan make a good little team there. So thank you for taking them out. All right, great, man. So now that Genexus is going to come out August 7th, I imagine that, I mean, you have a whole year, 2 years, you're going to be out there. Is that the plan?
Yeah. Right now we're booked up to Christmas.
Wow.
So yeah, we're going to be out there for a while. And then we start again February next year.
Sweet, man.
So yeah.
Dino, thank you so much, sir, for all your time and the information that you shared with our audience out there. Any last words, anything you want to say with the people in San Antonio or around the world who will see this interview?
Yes. Go out there, support music, support the bands, support the ones you love, the ones you like, you know, because if you guys don't support it, then it's just going to die. So we need to keep this thing going, and we all need to support each other.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate your time. Always a pleasure talking with you, man. Definitely a legend, and it's great to have you here. Remember, everyone out there, the brand new from Fear Factory is coming out August 7th. It's called Genexus. Be sure to look for it on the Nuclear Blast label. You saw the man, Dino, right here only on Rob's MetalWorks.